Howdy, 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 it's Skitsy Cat, and we're back again with some Kyle is Famous. Last time we had like 3 endings, and we actually did a decent one, no food, and we got amnesia. So let's get to it, let's try this again. So, this time we can browse social media. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rachel May to unexpectedly leave the country on a very, very long vacation after interview tonight. Ooh, juicy. Who's the bug vigilante recently spotted pursuing larcenists? Kyle fails to show up to several charity events. Ooh. Bug vigilante shows up to charity events with fresh baked pastries. Donations flourish. Hot dogs making a resurgence as fuel source for both humans and tugboats. Phone model recalled. Techno gym stores blame reviews by customers. Alright, let's get out of bed. Let's pick a suit of armor for why not? After much squeezing and sweating, Kyle managed to wrap the metal suit around his dumpy self. I'm gonna check for gossip.
What are you so happy about?
Kyle firmly pressed his ear into the carpet, hoping to hear some stray words from the neighbors below. I heard Rachel May is going on a trip out of the country soon. Country soon. Oh, girlfriend, tell me more. Well, what I will tell you is that every night I don a mask that looks like a bug and fight misdoers. Ooh. There was a stunned silence. Then a door opened and someone exited the neighbor's apartment. That's quite enough. Alright, scavenge for some bugs. Eat immediately. Refreshing. I'll eat more breakfast, but I'm late. Alright. Good evening, everyone. Alright, we introduced Rachel. Kyle vomited all of the horrible things he'd eaten earlier. Rachel looked at Kyle concerned, gave a couple coughs, and decided to play it cool and keep the show running. Kyle stopped and vomited again. Oh no. Tonight, I have a pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Become Rachel May? However, Rachel May is not sitting next to me. She's not new to the show. She did not walk in before me. In fact, I am Rachel May. You are who? Kyle stood up quickly and threw his arm high above him, pointing upwards. I have never been Kyle. I have never been the host of the show Stay Up Late with Kyle. Kyle looked and pointed directly at the camera. I am here for but one reason, to interview myself. Kyle sat down in his chair and went to produce the notes he had taken earlier. It was then that Kyle remembered he had not bothered to prepare any notes for the interview. Realizing he did not handle the situation, Kyle began sweating profusely, but he continued. Firstly, he said, is your name Kyle? No! Kyle slammed his fist down repeatedly, then he stopped talking. A thick, uncomfortable silence hung over the studio. The silence did not end. The cameras continued to roll. Nobody moved or spoke. Eventually, Rachel got out of her chair and walked off screen. One by one, members of the crew followed suit. Eventually, Kyle was left alone in the studio, cameras still running, silently sitting in frame. This episode of Stay Up Late with Kyle became the longest episode in television history. Kyle continued to sit in front of the camera all night and into the morning, wishing it would end. As evening fell again, the crew shuffled back in, one by one, getting in place to film that day's episode. Kyle continued to sit motionless, cameras rolling as the crew chatted about their days and got in position. Eventually, the crew officially started the next episode. Kyle was prompted to introduce himself again. Kyle had produced an incredibly artistic episode. Oh yeah! Can I see? I made art. This is beautiful. Alright, let's do it again. I can wither away. Shucks. I'm a ghost. Woo. Let's go. Let's go haunt around. Had he abandoned his job as a ghost? Was he fulfilling his spooky, ethereal role that he accepted while laying in his bed this morning? Kyle realized he had no other choice. He must spend his day spooking about. Kyle decided he should make a plan about who or where he should spook. Spook the interview, spook neighbor Gabby, or spook himself. I'm gonna try to spook Gabby first. Kyle believed that Gabby would be delighted to have him spook about a bit. Kyle started to slowly creep up to Gabby's door in a very spooky way. He crouched by Gabby's door, going in quietly and waiting for her to leave so he could cause her a spook. So it didn't take long. Soon Gabby exited her apartment and started walking towards her car. Kyle crept behind her, invisible to all senses. Gabby opened the driver's side door and got in. She seemed to be leaving for some errands. Kyle was struck with a wonderful idea. Kyle started to run to the back of Gabby's car. Perhaps if he could catch her before she left, he could hide in the trunk. Kyle could make noises as she drove. He could follow her around on her errand, knocking over small objects nearby. Gabby put the car in reverse and floored the accelerator. Invisible to all senses, Kyle was crushed underneath the back tires of the car, creating a large bump. Gabby figured he hit the curb. She put the car into forward and floored the accelerator again. Kyle became locked in an endless loop of Gabby trying to move her car out of her parking space, being run over repeatedly. As the day started to wane, I'm not sure if that's how you spell it, and it's closer to the time of Rachel's interview, Kyle ceased to be a ghost, per normal. Gabby neither noticed nor stopped. Kyle was forced to conduct Rachel's interview while being run over. Kyle's crew moved the filming set next to Gabby's apartment. Rachel appeared. Kyle asked her many questions. They shared several laughs. The interview was successful. The sound of Gabby flooring her car's accelerator drowned out large sections of the episode. Wonderful. Alright. Let's try to get a bingo or something. Alright. Let's try to die again and let's see who we can spook. I'm a haunt around. I'm gonna spook the interview. Excitedly, Kyle made his way to the studio early to find the best spot to conduct his ghostly duties. The studio was empty being so early. The crew wouldn't arrive for several hours. Kyle gleefully skipped around the building, finding the best spot for himself to hide. After searching for some time, Kyle decided to hide behind the guest chair. Kyle quickly placed himself down and drew his legs to his chest. Soon the crew began to arrive and set up for the interview that night. Invisible to all senses, Kyle went undetected. He watched as cameras were set up, screens were turned on, and pages were flipped. Within an hour, Rachel walked into the studio. "Hey everyone!" she said, smiling kindly. "I'm ready to get prepared. Who do I need to talk to first?" Kyle's producer approached her. "Thanks for being here, Rachel. You should talk to Andrea about makeup first and then wait for when Kyle arrives." Kyle, knowing he was duping everyone, began to giggle uncontrollably. It was then that he, like clockwork, ceased to be a ghost. The studio grew silent. Everyone stared at Kyle. Head down, clutching his legs and giggling at the floor. Kyle froze. He had found himself in a situation he had not encountered before. Kyle started to crawl out of the studio on all fours, hoping his small form would avoid attracting more attention. Everyone nervously watched as Kyle slowly made his way across the stage, through the production set, and out the door. As soon as he was outside the studio, Kyle broke into an all-out sprint. Kyle made his way back into his apartment as quickly as possible. Kyle sat in his kitchen and processed what had happened during his day. He vowed he would never haunt anything again. He left. Man, I love how random. Alright. Now let's exit the bed. Exit bedroom to hallway. Leave the apartment. Visit the tech store. Give review a free sample. This phone. Oh, it's from last time. Okay. It's several years old and has exposed wires coming out of the back. The phone also has had screen issues after I used it to hammer nails into the wall for a painting. Furthermore, when I submerge it in water, I get severely shocked until it runs out of battery. The attendant looked at Kyle, pursed his lips, and said nothing. Feeling that he had made his argument, Kyle decided to leave. Kyle walked into the clean, white tech store. He was greeted by Techno Jim, an elaborate cutout mascot with flashing lights. Quickly before the attendant could acknowledge him, Kyle grabbed Techno Jim by his shoulders. Oh no. Leaving one foot and one leg behind. Kyle glanced at the attendant who was staring bewildered and ran outside. Alright, I'm doing good. Visit the neighbor. Consume Gabby. Man, I love how... Okay, I have Techno Jim. I'm gonna say hi. Ask about Kyle. Gabby, how do you feel about me? The dubious expectation on Gabby's face transformed into consternation. Even the worst of men are given grace, Kyle, though they don't deserve it. As she finished her sentence, she gently pushed Kyle away and shut the door. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road, took a long pondering look around him. Okay. I can leave apartment. Oh. I'm just gonna move to and fro from my... Alright. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman, yep. Rachel's smile quickly turned to shock as she realized Kyle had not put on clothes that day. Kyle waved and smiled broadly. Rachel uncomfortably averted her eyes. Kyle started making his rounds around the room, greeting each crew member, none of whom looked at him directly. As it became apparent that Kyle had no intention of leaving, Rachel made some excuse and exited the set. One by one, the crew followed suit. Kyle was left all alone. Oh yeah. Okay. How about one more? We skip this. Exit the bed. We actually get dressed this time. Jeans and swimming goggles. I wonder what else I can do. I need to eat. Eat condiments. Yummy. Alright. Let's try to... Ooh! A flashlight. Oh. Doesn't Semasaur change? Oh, shoot. And there's a small key. Alright. Let's go! Scream and spin in circles. I can become Rachel May. Okay. Okay. Knowing he had the millions of eyes upon him, Kyle came up with a solution quickly. Run away. Will that result in Kyle leaving the Kyle left ending? Do I blame Rachel for this? Let's play dead, they'll go away. Kyle, what are you up to? No. Kyle, why are you pretending to be dead? I can see you breathing. Give him a couple of slaps across the face, see if he wakes up. Oh no. Smack, smack. Smack, smack, smack. Oh no. Soon Kyle was lost in the amassment of people around him while slapping his face with both hands. The slapping went on for many hours. Kyle did not wake up. Eventually, Kyle did not need to pretend to be unconscious. Nice. Alright. That's it for this episode. I hope Kyle is famous. And on my road to finding all endings, it is actually pretty entertaining. I guess drop some suggestions in the comments about what I should try to do. And let's have fun next time, alright? So I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!